Hey there, hello. My name is Christian. I'm from Sherbrooke, and that's in Quebec, Canada. And I'm a music teacher. And I would like to share with you my five first advices for music education. Advices that I would like to share with the planet because simply I would have liked to know these things when I started my career 17 years ago. So my first advice to music teachers would be, it sounds easy, but it's not, to love the kids, to love our students. The great pedagogue told me one day that the widest, the largest, the biggest tunnel, canal, highway in which knowledge passes through between two persons, two humans, is the tunnel of love. It's love that will allow the greatest amount of knowledge to go through. Kids feel, of course, when we love them. They know that. They also know when we don't love them. They know when we don't trust them. And so that's one of my main advice. If you don't like students, if you don't like the kids, if you don't love them, maybe it's not the, the right job for you. So yeah, my second advice would be curious, to read books. Personally, I read a lot of Edward Lisk's books. He wrote many. Edward Lisk is one of my greatest pedagogue, my greatest mentors from the States that I read and that I love. He introduced me to the cycle of fourths, which I use every day in my classes. I teach high school. I teach grade 10, 11, and 12. Sorry, I'm in Quebec, so that's secondary 3, 4, 5. That makes it grade 9, 10, 11. That's what I teach. I'm in a concentration program of music. I'm very fortunate. I'm blessed to have such a job. And yeah, circle of fourths, also the scales in fourths apart with the key signatures that adds a flat and adds a sharp through that. He calls it the master scale sheet. So be curious, read, check YouTube, go up there, share your stuff, ask questions. I started to be curious only after maybe 5 years of career, which is great, because before that I was just doing my little thing the best I could. But every convention I did, every workshops I did, this sentence would always come up: don't be afraid to share your stuff, get together, share, speak, say what's your concerns, what do you do concerning repertoire, concerning anything. So then be curious to read books. Well, that's super cool for me. I'm very curious, and I will keep reading books. When I read music education books, I vibrate here. It's like I'm happy. I love it. I eat it, and I can't wait to read the next book. And what's very cool about Edward Lisk is that he is he loves to speak about fine arts, fine choices of repertoire, it's very artistic view that he has. So I highly recommend it. The third advice I would give you would be to exactly what I was saying, to develop a way of being precise and being very fine in your choices, in your gesture. I'm going to talk a little bit about direction, maybe conducting right now. That's what I mean. Also in repertoire and also in conducting. When I first started, I noticed that I had to see myself on video to see that I was conducting with a very strong and like a hammer. My kids sounded like a hammer. It was an elementary band, and they sounded like super hard. Their articulation was super hard, and I'm like, well, of course, because I conduct with such like if I had a hammer in my hand. And it was, excuse me, it was after that, years after that, that I discovered that no matter what the kids, what the grades, what grades kids are in front of me, I have to conduct. I can conduct with very beautiful gesture, very nice and good looking. I practiced in front of the mirror, and yeah, so that's my advice. And there's a lot of repertoire out there too, but don't be afraid to ask older teachers, to ask people, what do you play with these grades, with these kids? What is your tastes on grade 2 pieces, grade 1 pieces, grade 3 pieces? There are beautiful stuff out there, but there's also stuff that is a little bit more for selling fast and flashy, and that's cool too. Like you can share in your program. You know, you can put pop music, you can put, of course, but there's beautiful stuff out there that you have to look for and search for. So my fourth advice would be to keep playing your instrument. Personally, I am still playing, of course. I am principal horn of the Sherbrooke Symphony Orchestra and the Drummondville Symphony Orchestra, which are two towns here in Quebec, in the province of Quebec. Not big towns. It's medium cities. It's not a big job, but I'm still playing. And if I want to share something with the students, show them how soft a brass, I'm a French horn player, by the way, and how soft can I play, I show them, I do it for them. So they just go, oh my God, that's soft. Well, I said, I practiced for that. So you can do it. And the soft playing is super important. That's the soft playing. It is the soft playing that will separate a great band from a pretty good band from a mediocre band. It's the soft playing, also the loud playing, but the soft playing. I show my students personally. I take my horn out of the case and I show them, and I practice almost every day. I try to practice, keep practicing, because. And when I saw that in Mr. Lisk's book, I think I yelled joy. He wrote, I'm not going to quote him, but he wrote something like, the better you get, the better you become at your instrument, the better teacher you will be. And I believe in this. I agree, totally, I agree. It's important for me, and hopefully for you too. Keep playing, keep practicing, in a community band or in a symphony orchestra in your city. My fifth and last advice for this first video that I made, this very first video, is to not count your hours. That's a tricky point. That's a tricky advice, because I know that the union people won't agree with me, and I know that there are many people out there who just do the minimum hours they gotta do for their job, and that's fine. They have a social life, and I also have a social life. I play hockey, I do some biking. I'm not saying that you should put all your hours and all your time and your weekends in your program. What I'm saying is, if a student asks to see you at lunchtime or before school or after school, well, that's a good thing. That's an awesome thing. That's great. That's a miracle. Like, you should prioritize these things. Students who are motivated, happy, sparkles, stars in their eyes, if they come ask for help, for extra help, you've got to give them. You've got to put this in. You've got to put in, accept this. That's a music teacher job. That's what makes music teaching so nice, is that music teachers, from my point of view, always did, the ones I saw, the ones I have around me, always put much more time than they're implicated. They put themselves into their job. They get involved emotionally and professionally with their kids. So, of course, here in Canada, we have this, les tâches, we call it, the tasks. I don't know if you follow me, but it's in minutes. We have minutes that we're paid for. We ask for this kind of minutes, this amount for that kind of job, and that's good. If you want to ask for more minutes for this kind of thing with your direction, the director, your principal of your school, good, go for it. But don't wait for these kind of approvals from the principal to offer such support and such help to kids. Don't count your hours. Of course, Friday nights are Friday nights, but that's my fifth and last advice. Music teachers, generally, they just go for it, and they're very generous. We're generous people. That's a very, very good compliment that I get. It's a very nice and deep and warm compliment that I get sometimes from parents, sometimes from my kids, my students. And I take it very, very with humility, and I'm very happy when someone says, Christian, thanks, I think you're a generous person. Well, thank you, because it's great, it's important for me to be generous for the cause, for such a beautiful cause. Music education is just awesome. It's beautiful for kids, it's beautiful for the brain, for the motricity, for the muscles, for the coordination. We all know this. So let's put time for our kids. Let's help them before school, after school, recess, lunchtime, without counting and without the money sign on it. Well, that was my very first video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm very, very motivated and happy to do this for the planet, for anyone who feels he needs help. Christian Beaucher is my name, and there will be more videos coming up on music education. Thank you very much, guys. See you later. Bye.